in the birth of Jesus in Bethlehem, in this little tiny moment where the message just comes to the hills to where the shepherds are. By the time it gets to the Epiphany, this is for the whole world. This is not just the light that came on that night, but this is the light of the world that came for the whole world. Matthew's gospel is universal. He's trying to communicate that this is for everyone. And it's not just for Jewish people. It's not just a fulfillment. It's God blessing all the nations. You can think about how the psalmody goes, Lord, all the nations on earth will adore you. That's what's being worked out in this story. And really, it's laying a foundation for kind of Jesus' entry into the world by going all the way back to the most ancient prophecies and the longing for God's presence and the promise of God to come and be among us. When the Magi comes, that it's, that they recognize this, and at the same time in that story is the threat of annihilation, that, the thing that we call the death of the holy innocents, the story of the early resistance, that Herod doesn't want a competitor, and Herod wanted to come there and annihilate this newborn king, and when he's thwarted, he kills all the little boys under 2 years old in the area where he thought that it was a possibility that Jesus was there. Light and evil are at work right at the beginning of the story, and that there's always this choice throughout the gospel, there's always the choice for Jesus and for God and for the purposes of God and the fulfillment of God's promises, or the choice not to go that way and to go toward the darkness, go toward the negativity, go toward the annihilation. One of the things that's really striking in all of it is it starts out really small, like it starts out as a baby, it starts out at one light, and then it moves to be something much greater. That, the message spreads and spreads and spreads and spreads. The light spreads and spreads. That's if you give yourself to it. If you choose to go this way, you're part of spreading that light.